So I've got the product of two functions, 8x squared and 3x cubed plus 1. I ask myself the question, is the product of two things. Either 3x cubed plus 1 to the 16th came from 8x squared, or 8x squared came from 3x squared, or 3x cubed plus 1 to the 16th. One had to come from the other. That's what use substitution does. Well, it's quite clear that 8x squared, at least the variable part, and that's all you really care about, the constants take care of themselves. The variable part, if I differentiate 3x cubed plus 1, what do I get? 9x squared. That's where that x squared came from. You say, well, there's a 9 there. Well, remember, we can fix that. I can't fix a variable. I can fix a constant. So that means that that's going to be u. So u is 3x cubed plus 1. So that du is 9x squared. Don't forget your dx. And I know you like to kind of rush through, but as we move through and the problems become more complicated, as we had to try to fit the pieces together, it's easier if you have all the pieces of the puzzle there. Even though it kind of seems like sometimes it's easier if they're not. So I come over here and I say, I got a 9, but I don't have a 9 there. But I do have an x squared. So what I need is an x squared and a dx. So I only need this piece, which means I don't need the 9. So if I multiply both sides by 1/9, I get that 1/9 du is equal to x squared dx. So this is the integral. The constant is 8 times. Now, 3x cubed plus 1 is u. So this is u to the 16th. And 8x squared, or x squared dx, x squared dx is 1/9 du. So the 1/9 goes where the other constant is. And the du is the variable of integration. It goes at the end. So now I ask myself the question, is it a basic? Is it a basic? Yeah. It's the anti-power rule. So now I can perform this guy. So it's 8/9 times. And what is the antiderivative of u to the 16? U to the 17 over 17 plus c. Or, now if I want to multiply these things, I can. It's 9 times 17 times 17 is 153. So this is 8 over 153 times, what's u? 3x cubed plus 1 to the 17 plus c. Now, by the way, could I have just left it as 8/9 u to the 17 over 17 and just replace u by 3x squared plus 1? Sure. That would have been fine too. I could have written it as 8/9 and then u, which is 3x cubed plus 1 over 17 plus c. That would be fine too. It might be quicker. Now, clearly these are all u subs, and I know they're u subs because it's got a u equal, right? So I have a 6x minus 1 times, now I clearly have a blob to the 4th. So my question is, if I differentiate the blob, do I have the derivative? Yes, because this is 6x minus 1. So u is going to be 3x squared minus x. So the du is 6x minus 1 dx. So here's my blob. This is u. And I need a 6x minus 1 and a dx. So this whole thing just gets replaced by du. So notice I'm going now, I first go from left to right, when I'm starting the setup, and when I go to set it up, I go from right to left. So this becomes the integral of u to the 4th du. Is that a basic? Yes. So this is u to the 5 over 5 plus c, which turns into u 3x squared minus x to the 5th over 5 plus c.
Is the du the c?
Pardon me? Now remember what the du is. The du is the variable of integration, right? So that when we're doing u and we go to take the derivative, the original and what's in between here, what's that in between part, is du dx is 6x minus 1. Then you multiply both sides by dx. That's how the dx got there. And that's how you get du. dx, du, dp, dv, dr tells me that the function is r, has r in it. Anything that's not an r is considered to be a constant. That's what you'll find in 218 is going to be the case, because you're going to have dx, dy, dz. So if I had a dx there, if I looked at y's and z's, they're constants.
Okay.
So the only variable I'm going to integrate is x.
Okay.
So it's the variable of it is the variable of integration. And we're going to see as we hit 5.3, you can also define it to be something else as we get into an application. Okay, so either the numerator came from the denominator or the denominator came from the numerator. And so which is it? Numerator came from the denominator. So one of the two. So u is that blob, x to the 4th plus 4. So the du is 4x cubed dx. So I start the replacement. This is u. And in my integrand, I only need an x cubed and a dx. So I only need this part of that right-hand side. So what do I do? Multiply by 1/4, so that 1/4 du is x cubed dx. So this is 1/4 du. I'm making a complete change of variable. So this is now the integral of 1/4 times 1 over u squared du, which is a basic, right? So it's the integral of 1/4 u to the minus 2 du. If it were 1 over u, that would be natural log. But it's 1 over u squared, which is what? 1/4 u to the negative 1 over negative 1 plus c, or negative 1/4 u to the negative 1 plus c, and u was what? X to the 4th plus 4. And then you could put it as 1 over if you wanted to. Right now we're just integrating.